You might have heard of Ed Lawrence, arguably a YouTube juggernaut. And under normal conditions, I would never say anything negative about Ed or anyone else online. Well, until now. But before we get into all that, I want you to check out this video and give you some context because it leads into exactly why I disagree with Ed.
That you've been sold a complete lie. And the lie is that short form is faster and easier to make than long form YouTube videos. But let me just show you why that's complete nonsense. So whoever managed to convince the world that short form was easier must have been called Mark Zuckerberg, because clearly, well, that is a lie.
On one hand, Ed has a point about short form content and long form content. But the argument is way more complex than that. And I fundamentally disagree on how he downplays the value of short form content. Before we go too far, let me just introduce exactly who I am. If you don't know me, I'm the owner of CRSPE Media. I've been making content for several years now. I have hundreds of clients. Some of my clients have made as high as $2 million per month in sales. Some of my other clients, few thousand, but the majority of people are currently businesses. And those businesses generate hundreds of thousands of dollars every 30 days in the products or services that they sell. I know that this works with short form content because it works with almost every business that we've dealt with thus far. Short form content is a function of marketing. And every business in 2025 could definitely benefit from marketing. Rome wasn't built in a day. You're not gonna be great at short form content in 24 hours. And I know Ed's argument is about how many hours or how much effort it is to make one video. Well, a short form piece of content, depending on the platform, is nowhere near the level of effort of what it takes to script a good YouTube video. Completely different. It is not apples to apples like his video wants to portray. What determines success in any journey and any skill development is doing the reps, hours and hours inside that skill development over a lifetime. And this leads back into a fundamental concept that I truly believe in. And that concept is 100% about committing to the process. By committing to the process, you will start to push the volume of work over time, elevating your skill development. Now, this isn't about comparing what's better, short form content, long form content. The straight answer is they're both great. I have clients doing, hundreds of thousands of dollars with just short form. And then I also have clients doing hundreds of thousands of dollars with long form. It's about being good at the thing you're doing. We have to remember is that my journey started with short form content. Now stick with me here. This is for real, straight from the heart. Is my first short form video took me 8 hours. Never looked at the camera once, filled up my phone multiple times. I was filming in 4K, I didn't need to, I didn't really know what to say. Long story short, I was a stuttering, bumbling fool. I was not good at it at all. I was actually pretty much unwatchable. Everything started there. Created a scenario where I had to do it because I committed. I had no other options. That next level of content journey wasn't a 15 to 45 second short form piece of content. It was making YouTube videos and expressing my way on that medium. Full disclosure, I was not ready for YouTube. If I would have started YouTube when I had that opportunity, YouTube would have destroyed my hopes. Short form content nearly destroyed my hopes. I did it a year and went almost nowhere. It wasn't until I really took over what it is that I wanted to achieve, 4x'd my business in just a 30-day period when those videos were going viral. And then I understood what I needed to do. Now, the reason why YouTube would have been pretty hard for me is because the iterative process to produce one video, and I make content at a fairly high level. It's education-based, which drives into my offer, which is helping businesses set up their social media presence and start converting off of paid traffic. The feedback loop to short-form content is relatively quick, so I use what's called a 9x3 system. Post 9 times reels, observe the top 3, analyze those, see why they got the best views or the highest engagement or the most followers, redo them, observe, analyze, iterate, and improve. That's it. Well, with YouTube, if you could look at my analytics, I'm 13 videos in. I have just a few hundred views, getting followers, some subscribers here and there, which is more than I did on Instagram, by the way. That process is slow on YouTube. I might be 50 videos, 100 videos into YouTube before the algorithm clearly understands what I do. How many hours of getting almost no return does that take? And I do this at a high level. I have editors, I have a juicy camera and audio, and I understand what has to happen with SEO and descriptions and thumbnails, all that. So much, what you need to do to hack the system, the best practices. I know all that with YouTube. I've done hundreds of videos on YouTube, and I've done thousands of videos on short form content. Short form content is way fucking faster. I can do 9 videos, post them, observe them, and iterate through another 9 long before I can even do one script for YouTube. A script might take me 4 hours, 8 hours to do a really good one on a really good topic, and then research. And then I have to perform that, and then edit that, and then post and see if it even resonates. It's gonna be a week on YouTube's algorithm before I even know whether it flopped or not. And it can still be a good video that just didn't get the traction it deserved, because the algorithm might not clearly understand who I am, what I talk about. Could you go away, bro? Take a look right here with the analytics. My channel needs some improvement. Either that or the YouTube algorithm just doesn't understand who I am. I'm making videos that are good and just can't place them into the hands of the audience that wants to watch them. Actually, realistically, unlikely. The reality is that the holistic video is not that entertaining and not that valuable to the audience. So we have to get better at doing it. That feedback loop on getting better and better over time is extended with YouTube, because just the script alone is 4 to 8 hours, regardless of whether you're using Claude or something online. That'll speed it up. It takes time. If at this skill level, 3 years into the game, working with hundreds of clients, making thousands of videos, clients of mine generating millions of dollars, I myself, 400K my first year in business. If you would have taken old me and placed me into the scenario where I had to tackle YouTube, I was entirely not confident enough to handle getting 0 results with YouTube for a year. Imagine giving a year of your life, that's all you're doing, and you get almost no results. Understanding the amount of effort required to make a YouTube video, this is different. Starting from 0 with an education-based channel has to be done a very specific way. We edit it just fine. I'm using this as a testing ground for everything that I know and do to prove that it can be done. I don't think that my edit is as amazing as it possibly could be. I know my lighting and capture could be better. I know my performance could be a ton better. So this is a forcing function to develop those skills and do the content I want to in long form my way, with the intent of doing it for 50 to 100 videos and getting 0 back. All right, let's close this out. I know this isn't the traditional video that we do. I respect Ed immensely, but I stumbled onto a way to make a significant amount of revenue without posting 1 to 5 times per day, and you don't have to develop 10,000 hours of skill to achieve it. Now, to prove it, I want you to go ahead and check out this video right here, where I show you exactly how to create a $1.7 million Instagram sales funnel. I mean, why pay when you can just learn for free? It worked for me, and it works for every single one of my business clients. Until the next one, peace.